Welcome back to Miss Ocasio Reads. I'm Miss Ocasio and I'm so excited to read with you today. Do you like chocolate? I do, but not too much or you'll get a bellyache. Today we'll read a story about the King of Coco Beans and who he chooses to someday take his place. But first, chocolate. The King's Riddle, written by Kayla Ann Walker, illustrated by Sarah Dene Friel. Once upon a time, it was the end for the King of the Cocoa Beans. After a full and delicious life, he was ready to join the pristine chocolate scene of a heaven fit for a King of Cocoa Beans. But who would take his place? Back then, most problems were solved with riddles, and this king with a twinkle in his eye was no different. He devised his own riddle to glean who would become the king or queen of the very most scrumptious cocoa beans. Many people came to solve the old king's riddle. How can this delicious bar of chocolate bring true happiness? Sweet Aunt Sally came forward. In a whisper, she said, "How can a bar of chocolate bring true happiness? Simple. My parents never ate such a sweet, and neither do I. Curbing one's appetite and never indulging is the answer." With fear, the villagers studied the king's face. Could never indulging in chocolate bring happiness? The twinkle in his eye reassured them. A sourpuss slithered forward and took a bar of chocolate from his king. Without thinking half a second, he devoured the whole bar of chocolate. "You'd be wise to pick me. Your answer is easy. Eat it all yourself." The people turned to look at their benevolent king. That was the answer, of course. A king should always eat all the chocolate. A jolly pair, Cookie and Chip, then humbly approached the king. Without thinking half a second, Chip took the precious bar of rich goodness, broke it in half, and gave the other half to his young-at-heart wife, Cookie. He said to the king in his soothing voice, "Every anniversary we share a bar of chocolate. This is the 50th one we have shared." A sweet-as-taffy couple came up next. They held the nummy bar of chocolate and without thinking half a second, broke the bar in thirds and gave a piece each to themselves and to their adorable child. Then they snapped a picture of the whole scene for their followers to see. The answer, they said, is to take care of the children first. Putting a spouse first and taking care of children were both good things. But was it enough for the king? As more royal hopefuls came forward, the people still pondered the king's question. How can this delicious bar of chocolate bring true happiness? The school teacher, Mr. Smarty Pants, who looked as if he only slept half a wink, next proclaimed he knew the answer to the king's riddle. "It's all about arithmetic, you see. I have 19 pupils in my class, plus me, that's 20. Take the candy bar, divide it in fifths, then divide each section in fourths. Everyone in my high honors class gets an equal share of 1/20th of the gourmet treat." The people, thankful for the math review, astutely looked to the old wise king. Equally sharing chocolate with so many students was certainly the solution. Before the king could reply, Mr. Lint, a very important person, dressed so smartly in his brand new suit, strutted forth. For 3.5 seconds he debated, argued, and decided with his team that arithmetic can solve all our problems. "My team and I will divide the morsel in 2. I will eat half, and my team can divide the rest among themselves." Knowing he would win, the finely dressed fellow bellowed, "It pays to share with those who are just like you." As the people and the king's twinkle faded, the wise king called for a recess, a break. The steward came forward with a new concoction for all to try: chocolate and ground up nuts. The king's twinkle returned in full force. If it could talk, it would say, "Someone at last who serves all my people." Of course, twinkles can't talk, they only sparkle. But his mouth could, and it said, "Chocolate and peanut butter." The king had found his successor. The end. Miss Ocasio, chocolate is great, reading is awesome, and sharing is caring. Happy reading, Kayla Ann Walker. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's story, and thank you for helping me to solve the chocolate conundrum. What's your favorite way to share chocolate? See you next time. Thanks for joining me today for Miss Ocasio Reads. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Share this video with your teachers and friends. Subscribe to read more stories with me. Thanks for watching.